Lack of an electricity supply remains a major challenge in many parts of Africa. In Tanzania, 64% of all households, or approximately 33 million people, still do not have access to electricity. Many rural areas are remote and isolated, making it difficult to connect them to the national grid. This in turn holds back economic development in rural communities. Fortunately, Tanzania has an abundance of water resources, including rivers and streams, that allows small-scale production of electricity. In 2011, the Global Environment Facility, GEF, approved a project to set up mini-grids based on small hydropower sources to augment a rural electrification project in Tanzania. This project is being implemented by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, in collaboration with the Ministry of Energy and Minerals, the Vice President's Office Division of Environment, and the Rural Energy Agency.
The government of Tanzania recognizes that current low-level electricity access and commercial energy use in rural areas is slowing down economic growth in many parts of the country. Rural electrification is therefore high on the government's agenda. Based on the needs of the country, UNIDO and the GEF are collaborating with the Rural Energy Agency to improve the rural energy situation in the country.
The GEF project assisted in supplying energy to isolated areas. So implementation of GEF project has substituted expensive fossil fuel generation.
The GEF objectives and mandates are to help us to conserve the environment in a way where we can actually leave the country for the generations to come in a better shape and whereby we can use our resources more sustainably. We have seen the production of power from non-renewable sources of energy from hydro, which have been very important in terms of providing power in the off-grid systems where we could not even do that without the GEF support.
UNIDO, through the GEF-funded project, has built both institutional and individual capacity in the area of small hydropower technology, as well as provided technical assistance to develop 8 mini hydropower plants with a cumulative generating capacity of nearly 5,000 kilowatts across Tanzania in 4 regions: Arusha, Morogoro, Njombe, and Ruvuma.
Typically, access to reliable sources of energy, especially in the rural population context, has an effect on population's access to reliable healthcare services. Schools need also access to lighting, SMEs, and the farming communities need access to reliable sources of energy to be able to engage in commerce. So the effect can be tremendous across a variety of contexts within the rural community.
UNIDO have been fairly unique in their approach, involving local project developers and bringing both government and non-government institutions together. Capacity building has been harnessed through the development of a small hydropower technical hub at the University of Dar es Salaam through the College of Engineering and Technology, which offers consultancy training and the actual fabrication of small hydropower turbines.
The center now has been equipped with the capacity of human resource who have been trained in Indonesia on how to fabricate this cross-flow hydro turbine and even all matters related to small hydropower development. Now, having these resources, we have managed to manufacture the cross-flow turbine. We are planning to train other institutions involving from social to technical and consultancies for the small hydropower development.
Each of the 8 pilot small hydropower installations were unique in the assistance they needed from the project and all varied in business model and setup.
This project demonstrated a broad range of business models, including private sector, community-based cooperative models, as well as NGOs and faith-based partnerships.
We are one of the largest flower farms in Tanzania. We do a lot of community projects to assist the villages where most of our employees come from. We go into this hydropower partnership to get assistance for a clean and consistent power supply, which is very important for our operations. The project also involves the building of a dam bridge which helps to improve the economy of the villages and control the Usa River flow to avoid climatic change risk. With the clean and reliable energy source, we are now able to provide electricity directly to our surrounding communities.
In Tanzania, we have a lot of rivers, but for us, we have this river known as Mtandazi River. We use it for hydropower generation. The project came about 12 years ago, whereby in the district, Mbinga district, had no electricity at all. We currently produce about 0.5 megawatt. 90% we sell it to TANESCO to save the town, and the remaining 10%, whereby the 9% is consumed with the surrounding villages, 3 villages with 200 households. The villagers have got a sort of improvement in their economic lives.
Huu umeme unanisaidia kuhimiza watoto wangu kusoma, na uzuri zaidi umeme huo haukatiki mara kwa mara.
Since we got hydroelectric power, our life has changed completely. Now the students, they study from 7 to 10 night, and in hospital they can operate anytime.
Now we can do the surgery. If we could not be doing surgery, this lady could have to go to the referral hospital, which is about 60 kilometers from here. So during arranging maybe transportation or on the way, she could lose the child. But because it is here, then she got the child safe.
Now I can study evening and at night because the electricity is available all the time.
In this project, there are mushrooming of the SMEs, small and medium entrepreneurs, who are using in a productive use of this electricity. Really, people are enjoying, people are trying now to improve their living standard.
Baada ya kufika umeme huu, tumepata unafuu sana wa kufanya kazi hizi za useremala. Kwa sasa hivi ninaweza kutengeneza milango hata 5 kwa siku moja. Kazi ya kufanya mwezi moja ninafanya wiki moja.
Electricity is a way to harmonize and bring communities together. Providing light is just the beginning of the process of building up communities and providing energy for productive activities that will eventually lead to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals.
Our objective is to make sure every citizen of this country is enjoying modern energy services. We think energy is going to play a key role in the overall socio-economic development of this country.
Really, we are in a new world in our village.
It is a sustainable venture which will last very long in the foreseeable future, and it helps to improve the environment.
And I think this trend will help us as a country using renewable sources of energy in areas where we cannot reach communities through grids, which is going to be very important as we move towards an industrialized country.
This is helping to increase access to electricity for households and small businesses, therefore assisting the government of Tanzania in the process of achieving Goal 7 on affordable and clean energy.
Nataka nibaki hapa kijijini kwa sababu umeme upo.
Maisha yamebadilika sana tofauti na siku za nyuma.
This is a wonderful.
We save most of the life here,
especially in the hospital,
due to the electricity.